once they're coming back, and then it'll go. Yeah.
Are they bringing them back?
Check 1 2 1 2. So if you want to on the primary mic, and also you can grab the handheld.
Yes.
Yeah, and remember that handheld is going to whoever's presenting
Yes.
for their team.
Okay.
Guess we're supposed to test this. Hello.
Hello. Check 1 2.
Hello.
It's up pretty loud in there.
Good. Good. Yeah. And then
There's a lot of HVAC.
Yeah, it's up, might be up pretty loud. It's
Wide turn.
she wanted me to remind you guys just to have the lights on. Yeah.
so we'll probably turn it up to the.
Hi. Okay. Please find a seat anywhere. Any of the green chairs. Hi. Welcome. Any of the green chairs. Yeah, thanks. Make yourselves comfortable. We'll get started in just a couple moments.
This is your primary mic. Use that for and then for representing each group.
Okay. Thank you so much.
It's cracked.
Yeah, I think you.
All right. Are we all set? Can you guys hear me? Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for coming today and participating in this study. There will be this session is a brainstorming session, and in this session we have, like, as you could see, group of 4 people sitting together, and so there will be 4 tasks given to you. After every task of the brainstorming and ideation, we will switch the groups again. All right, so you get to sit with different people, and then you get to brainstorm with different people. All right, so every time we would give you a problem, and then we would ask you to think and talk to the team and come up with as many ideas as possible. Okay, yeah, so come up with as many ideas as possible for each of the problems or questions which we have posted here. All right, so before we start, do you have any questions? What's that? All right. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I did not introduce. So, yeah, this is Jenny, and I'm Shamla. All right. And we'll be facilitating the brainstorming session today. So, before we start, do you have any questions?
I don't like that word storm.
Yeah, right? Yeah, okay. We'll generate ideas.
Yeah. All right. So what we will do is just to break the ice a little bit. We will like have each table talk to each other and come up with three common things. All right, like what is common between this table, something, and then we'll talk aloud about those things. So that should take like 5 minutes or
Probably
10
not even.
minutes.
So
Yeah.
let's maybe try it about 3 minutes. So as table groups to figure out what are three things that everyone at your table
Has
has in
common.
common. Okay.
All right.
So take a few minutes for that.
Cubs fans and Sox fans. Awesome. That's fun. Does everybody have brown eyes? All right, that's two.
Very observant.
All right. Anybody have a dog?
I have kids.
Okay. Say to yourself.
Kids or pets? I don't have either. So.
Okay.
All right.
Does everybody like
We all married?
I'm married.
Yeah, there we go. All right.
All right.
Do we all like sports?
I like sports.
Good.
All right. Sports.
It's really stupid with this. They don't really give us a.
All right. One
I'm
more.
assuming it's something
Yeah.
with
We all live in Illinois.
Yeah, I don't know what it
Yeah.
is.
Small room.
Trying to keep it simple, right?
Yeah.
All the bears.
Like that one.
Yeah, I mean.
As of Saturday, I will be in Illinois.
Where you going?
Nice.
Oh,
You got some relatives in there. There you go.
Vegas is nice. My aunt's been for a long time.
Got it right, not it, 'cause my energy.
So there's too much money in gambling.
Yeah, that's right.
But I call it a passion. Yeah. I can't afford to be my passion. I do love it.
I love it for about a week.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there you go.
Well, that was one of them too.
I purchased from QVC first.
I had friends that lived there. Yeah, I don't gamble that much. I was just there about 3 weeks ago. 3 years ago, my mistake.
So
Yeah, I kind of stay away. I always said Caesar's Palace wasn't built on winners.
Yeah. 20s, 30s.
As long as you don't stop, you don't lose.
There's side notes.
Still close enough, yeah.
That's a pretty area down there. You got Lake Erie going to
So
Arizona.
that's it.
That's
Yeah, like me.
awesome.
All right. So time's up. Okay, time's up. So for the sake of ease, let's call this table 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay. So let's start with table 1. So what is common in table 1? So can one of you stand and tell about commonalities?
So the commonalities that we figured out were that we're all Cubs fans. We all have brown eyes and we all like pizza.
Oh, interesting. Table 2.
We all have cars. We all like sports, and we all live in Illinois.
Table 3.
We're all guys. We like baseball and oh, we have kids.
We all have kids.
Okay, what we figured out is we all like to travel. We all own vehicles, and we're all Bears fans.
We figured out that we all like to be outside when we're not working, and that we all enjoy eating. Imagine that. And then what was our third one? Oh yeah, we all require at least minimum of 5 hours of sleep.
They went big detail, didn't they?
All right. Interesting. All right. So now what we will do is we will start with our first question. And so the first question is, and each of you have, one of these questions. So it will be easy to, collaborate. So if you were to design a digital assistant, so digital assistant is like the speech assistant in the car, like Alexa, Siri, or something similar, which can do everything for you. So if you were to design a digital assistant for self-driving or autonomous vehicles, what conversational features would you have? So what kind of features would you want to have in the car? Using, through voice, which you want to use. So now we would give 10 minutes for this one problem. Start thinking about what kind of things you want for your digital assistant to do in autonomous scenario when there is no driver. All right.
Do we need to write it on there?
As a table, think about it and like start posting the sticky notes as many ideas. So there is no right or wrong answer here. So whatever random thought is coming to your mind, just add those things here. So anything wild, anything which you think will be helpful. So as many ideas as you could come up with.
Make it cold.
10 minutes. So if you could make sticky notes, everyone can make sticky notes of those.
Yeah, like
you
essentially
stick it around.
Alexa to do if she was driving.
Yeah, to tell me the weather where I'm going.
You, since
Yeah,
you write
I'll put 'em on
on paper.
Pens, yeah.
Yeah.
We're answering our own question
The weather
here.
at the destination.
Then when we
Yeah.
rotate tables, we also go on over.
Safety feature.
You can actually, right now, everybody has the
Yes,
same
language
question.
of that.
So as a team, start thinking about as many ideas, okay, and then start putting it together. All right.
So right now, the question, if you
4-hour drive. You'll see videos of people sleeping.
I think that's the only thing to talk to the.
So I'll-
the car.
Alarm capabilities.
Yeah, autonomous, no driver. So
Radio controls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
like what kind of speech features would you need in the car when there's no driver? What would you use? So as many ideas as you could. I can give you the other one.
The same thing.
I would like to
At a stop on the way. Drive by.
Oh, find out
Where-
find points of interest. Points of
Yeah.
interest. Yeah. Points of interest.
Yeah, I think it's one thing for sticky note.
I feel like those are two separate.
You guys have much better relationship.
Oh, my car
Yeah.
points.
At a stop and
My
then-
points of interest in my car always are like the gas station.
Yeah, no, that's what I mean. I feel like those are two. You gotta stop and then find me points of interest.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so text. Phone calls, diversity.
Yeah, obviously phone calls and all that, I feel like.
Yeah.
It's a self-driving car,
Yeah,
so
like stuff like that. Common sense or some stuff that you wouldn't
they
think
would
of.
let you stay on the road, so you can do your own digging. That's the reason why I'm saying calendar, email. Email, what's this, anything new?
To just talk to
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess try to get to
Read my
that
emails.
personal response.
Stuff for.
Email.
I think all the questions you asked seriously.
Calendar slash.
So.
I got emergency.
No, like tell you the flash briefing.
That's not bad, yeah. What's in the car behind?
Like what time places close.
Yeah.
Given some kind of like notice going out.
Yeah.
I don't know how to call it, but I know it's left of the time.
Like there's like a yellow feature.
Oh.
What time is this place open? Do they take credit card?
Telling you that.
Is it good?
How many stars?
Yeah, read reviews, tell
Yeah, I
me
guess
reviews.
I have all these features in my car and it's really
Yeah.
free text. I know that. I'm driving, focusing on that. I really don't care.
We've done a lot.
Yeah, we have. Car driving myself. It's like, what's the news? What's the weather? What's this?
Is that alarm?
Reminders, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, I'm doing the same thing.
News.
So you can work while driving.
Reminders separate.
Yeah, like task
I'll do that.
reminders. Hey, you need to pick up your laundry, and then it'll just go.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah.
That's so crazy.
Yeah, I see.
Before you shut the door, you know.
Yeah.
You leave the lights on, it goes ding, ding.
Oh,
Then I
yeah.
have it for kids.
Is your day talking about how like Tesla drivers?
Also, we can do weather.
Oh my gosh, really?
And they're
That would be
gone.
nice.
And then they make the money.
Wow.
That's great.
I don't know.
I'll trust
Forgot
that
where I
at all.
read it. Yeah, no, I don't think it'd be nice to have like a self-driving car drop you off. And then drive home.
Yeah, it would be
It's
hard.
always like a $40.
Yeah. Yeah.
But then parking's impossible. It's expensive and it's, I have one.
There's some user integration, some of the guard.
I always
I always
do
do
that.
that. I'm like, oh,
I
too
know.
much.
Yeah.
It's just like some Russian. It's like
Or my
retro. It's
brother or sister.
Like it should already be programmed.
You're at a quarter.
I just choose this gas. I don't want to say maybe personal preference. Because some people like I like going to BP because I work on there.
Okay.
Maintenance,
So
like,
yeah. And I want to
take
notes. Like if
So
I want to
it's like that's a whole
tell
GPS. You know, point poles of like this, or this.
Okay.
So you can like those ranks.
Yeah.
So you're like you like this money that's like that's like
Vehicle
something specific,
maintenance.
just
Yeah,
like
it's like,
Hey,
personalized.
car, when do I need an oil change?
Yes.
Configuration.
Instead of
I
like getting
suck
all
at spelling the
the
word maintenance.
It's an example.
Have you ever
Like,
had that
Yeah, I
word
know.
that like you
accessories,
use?
mine's accessories. Mine's accessories, and I say
It's
it
like
a lot.
maintenance.
Yeah.
Okay, spell it.
MAIN.
like I said, this is hard to say because
MAIN.
your car already
What's
has
something
this.
that we
Like,
Okay, I'll stop.
Hey, what's I never did
Things I wanted when I was.
Oh my god, yeah, I think for you, except
But if
FFC,
that's
I
in the
still
car,
have to
it's
do
small talk code in there.
I know some people want that.
All I've got my computer.
That's like the one word
That is just
Yeah.
every time. Yeah.
You had to talk to your car and just let it just record all this data for
I
you.
use the word maintenance.
Talk about
I do too. It might
Let me see.
we need to put in a maintenance request.
You already give that some away on your
I just
phone.
abbreviate it.
Hey, what's good there?
Sometimes I botch it so bad that
Intermix them this week.
spell check doesn't know what it is.
I got that
I'm
thing.
like, forget it.
My phone's in the car.
You might not be looking at.
What if it's like it would just talk to you? I wonder if
You want to put yours up there? Online therapy?
Yeah, you just need somebody to talk to.
They said it's crazy. It looks
Self-driving car.
There are like options.
Oh, that's the old.
Hey, your best friend.
Well, that's hard to speak.
I know.
Read you books. That's not a bad
train.
Yeah.
Pay the car in front of you to go faster.
They can pull up anything.
They never tell you when
They like to pull up audio book.
They do that here.
Yeah.
And whatever it is.
The problem is though, our infrastructure is not.
It'd be nice for like articles.
Yeah.
Oh,
okay. What do you work at?
Self-driving.
I know what's that. My boyfriend works in the Northrop Grumman. It's really nice. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. This is like conversational features.
Something you just said. You said link like the car.
I was going to download the song, my favorite song, etc. too. Because I remember back in the days had tagging. They'll download to your iPod and go, "Do you want to buy these songs on your iTunes?" And yes. It's the same concept.
You're comfortable.
Actually, nobody would be nice to have.
Every kid gets a
Credit
credit
card.
already.
Like
Like if you're driving,
Yeah.
to be like, do I want to be considered tonight and have her like
Side
pick
mirror,
up
whatever it is.
that rest because I feel like you already have that.
But that's not an
I'm
assistant
thinking
feature.
about that thing where you're like, oh, add the recipe, ours, and just like go ahead and order it online and go pick it up. You don't have it. I don't know
Right,
how
you
to
probably
do that.
order you a delivery.
Oh, we have
service.
most of them though, because a lot of them are grouped together.
Yeah. When I go to Florida, I like show Hey, my car. Yeah.
But again, it's not an assistant feature.
That's not really
We're like, we just got it yesterday at the grocery shop. And
Our feature to make your life easier.
Yeah. Like
That's so nice. So
Yeah.
my couch.
It takes like another minute or two.
It took me a while to get used to the
everybody just posting on your phone does half of this stuff.
Oh, when they like.
Everyone's driving mode. Half the stuff's on the driving mode of the car. So we're gonna post a note saying phone does most of
I feel like we're
most of
getting
your
everyone just takes
standard features.
all individually.
This is what we're doing nowadays.
My coordinates, my friend likes to
It's for them to add an extra line.
Guys, meet me here.
So when they know you're like, yeah, I'm gonna wait a minute, yeah, you're like, shit.
I know, exactly, they know.
Like, no, you're not.
No, you're not.
I'm stumped.
Yeah. Your car told me.
Right. Actually, I had a friend who got lost somewhere, and I'm like, okay, tell me where you are. And she's like,
That's a good
no,
one.
she's like, there's cars by me. I'm like, how does that help?
We got some.
Another
one?
Yeah.
My friend, like one of my friends is my location on my phone.
Yeah.
And I always forget that we shared our location, so I'm always like, what time are you gonna be here? Where are you? And she's like, check my location.
So we
And
are
I
just taking
forget that I
pictures
can
from
literally just like click the map and see exactly where she is.
Then you have a friend I can always tell when they're gonna show up too though. So you're on your way, I'll see you in an hour.
Yeah, that's it.
All right, time's up.
I am going to come around and take photos of each of the giant Post-its, so don't mind me while I do that. And then we'll be moving them, excuse me, for standing right in the middle of you.
I can move.
Great, thank you.
Self-drive. You're in an Uber pool with nobody driving. That's weird.
No, you're fine.
Great, okay. All right.
Security features.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, we can do that. So now, in order to shuffle, I would ask you to count like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I want you to count and remember your number so that it will be easy for us to shuffle. Okay, so 1,
2,
3,
4,
5. Okay, no,
Now
you're
start
1.
with 1.
Okay.
Oh,
So
One.
5, you're 5.
okay, 5.
You're 1.
1, 2,
3,
Okay,
4, 5,
okay,
1, 2,
2. Okay,
3,
4.
5.
and here.
3, 4.
Okay, so now all the ones will stay here. All the 2s will go there.
This was
Bring your
Oh,
stuff
wow.
with you. Well, you can leave.
Two's here,
You're all gonna have Post-its and pens, so you can leave the Post-its and pens.
So are these extra ideas for those or no?
Oh no, this was our things in common and
Oh, okay,
So
okay.
that
1,
was a
2,
mess.
3,
All right.
4s are back in that corner.
And then 5 years.
Right here.
That's what I said.
One of us is in the wrong class.
Sorry. What number was yours?
I should be talking about that.
Oh, okay.
That's 5. Great.
Great.
All right. So we'll keep moving you again for different tasks. So this is just first move. So for this one, now we are talking about a self-driving ride and share vehicle. So think about it as an Uber. Self-driving Uber, there's no driver, but it's an Uber which came to pick you. All right, so how can the digital assistant make you comfortable? So when I talk about digital assistant, again, the speech assistant, the assistant which you can talk to or which can give you information and things like that. So now you're riding in a self-driving ride and share vehicle. How can the digital assistant make you comfortable? All right, and your time starts now.
Started, yep, started.
Yeah, I'd like that.
security feature, some sort of panic button. God forbid, you've got a creeper in the car with you.
Because we were
I just be able to control whatever I want.
Yeah, temperatures.
I can't ask the driver.
So you want to know
Yeah, like who's
Vehicle
coming
information?
next. Yeah, who's coming in the car next. Or like a picture.
Because when we came over last time, it was like, oh, if you walk in and also like, hey, your tire pressure is low or something, like getting some sort of.
But that wouldn't be.
It would be different. I agree, but it would be like, hey, it'd be comforting to know, like,
Oh, like
hey,
your
your
own
car
car.
is
There's no
inspect
movement, right?
something.
Oh, right.
Hey, your tire pressure's not low. Your water,
Okay, I wanna know.
windshield wiper fluid. That's different. Sorry.
Wherever you get in, it's also.
I want like
Yeah.
an emergency. What if something like mechanically?
So the first one was preferred to know.
Like make and model.
Make and model.
That's what I mean, it'll stream off your phone versus.
Yeah, George does.
Preferred to know
Way
every.
to
Preferred
change
to know
the
safety
direction.
check.
Yeah, safety checks.
Add a
Safety
stop.
check, I think is good.
How about,
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes you get in there, you get into an Uber or something like
what do you
that.
mean by
Like,
that?
what the heck is this?
Well, I mean, yeah, some of them that honestly are like that. You're like, man, I hope I just there's something shaking back there. Like,
Okay, you want to be like, there's a better way. Okay.
Yeah.
Aren't they all the same kind of thing?
They are, except we're
So how
Back to
about,
back on the cat, you know, I'm gonna jump on Ulster.
yeah, for sure. Then I'm gonna put add a stop.
Right.
Like, I want to stop at McDonald's.
Years and years ago.
I don't know.
Rideshare-
That's a
no,
good point.
rideshare is
Thank God.
anything where you're sharing a ride, period. So it can be.
Pool or
Yeah.
individual Uber. Okay.
Yeah. It just means you're literally sharing. I think that's like a new.
A way to stop the car.
Yeah, emergency
For me,
brake.
I want to
Right,
know if
temp control.
what's on my app matches the correct cars. Because a lot of times I'm doing links the same, but I always check the license plate.
Yeah.
Last time you got an Uber on the way to the airport, you know, people are bringing their windows open. Going on the highway, I'm like, guys, there's a window. I mean, it's 52 degrees outside. You have the window open. I'm like, I have to ask that. I'm like, I have to ask you to do that.
Vehicle identity, vehicle like.
Really weird.
There you go. Because identification, like a VIN number.
And then he calls it his too. He leaves mine open. I'm like,
Or it tells you when you get in the car, like.
Yeah. It's like, hey, welcome, Dale. It's like, yes. Yeah.
Make you feel good.
Because I know that I can see and everything.
I know I said change the route. What route are they even taking?
Yeah, it could almost be. I think that would be almost within the greeting because you know how, like you said, you get the
Yeah,
app.
this is one I
Hey, you know, you get in, it's like, hey, are you Scott? It's like, yes, okay, and
Like
then.
if I picture name and.
All right, well, hey, and then you get the cost of it. It's like, you can hear a voice that says,
Well, because
hey, welcome.
can you tell?
Yeah, yeah. So it's like, hey, welcome to the car, Scott. Are you ready to go to for this fair? Yes. Ride underway.
Go based off of like, what is Uber typically default like?
Yeah.
Which a lot of people.
Probably defaults to whatever.
say you're only picking up 4, but you're really $80.
I see people like, who are you?
Or they put in the address and see. Say something like, oh, are you looking to go to the live? I was like, no, I want to go to the United Center.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Car just doesn't start again.
Like in a pool, like I wonder.
I
So like
basically
that.
kind of wrote
I
that.
don't really care about that.
Guys,
I want to
I'm
be
getting
able
all the
to.
friends and so you don't have to pay for more than one Uber.
that's good. Time and distance.
Well,
And just from a comfort level,
yes,
sitting
but
there, like, be able to adjust AC.
See, I think
Like,
that would be
Hey, it's
important.
heat. Yeah. So you wouldn't be able to reach up, or at least I wouldn't want to.
I'm like, I don't
There
know
and say,
what I
hey,
want.
Yeah, turn down. So yeah, you see, you're like climate control, and then also I'd definitely say music.
I can also add like where I live at home, so.
Yeah, or sunroof. Yeah, oh, okay, I think they got tennis, but still, that'd be pretty.
It will ask you.
Essentially, we're trying to sit there and do nothing while they're
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Big fan.
my
Big fan.
personal one is like, don't talk to me.
Did you see they're doing that now in Uber? You can do like silent ride or
Yeah,
something.
I will click that one.
It's just so.
say hi and like
It's tough. Yeah.
But like, I'd
Everything
rather
going well?
work.
Yeah, it's good. See you when we get there.
Secure, safe.
Driverless car.
Who's going to take my suitcase?
I mean, the only thing I would think to be able to do would be able to say call or Bluetooth and some music or something.
Self-driving.
I mean, even now, I mean, even now, you.
That helps
Yeah, you
us
wouldn't
to
have to
make
worry
some
about
extra money.
Right.
If they
Oh,
don't,
yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I think that'd be good.
I mean, I guess they don't care.
Yeah.
Right?
It doesn't hurt.
It's an Uber. Somebody's driving a car.
Directional. Oh yeah. So you always get like Google Maps like recalculate. It's like, whoa, why the hell did we just do that? Or hey, my friend John called me. He needs to write too. So like, add route or add stop. I like that.
I've never done that before. So I don't
With
know.
Uber, you can add stop. Yeah, I'm sure it adds.
Yeah.
I never asked him.
Yeah. So add
I've
route.
never asked him.
Yeah, adds like adding a stop or just add or change stop.
I just see like pile up.
Like you get in
Are you still there?
Yeah, I would be
Some
more
of the cars that I
concerned
get
with
into
like.
with
Maybe just do an occasional.
I'd probably be one of the last people to adapt to those kind of vehicles. It's only because I've never used Uber.
Oh God.
I mean, it didn't have any crime
How about that? I like that though, because you can, like, hopefully being able to report an issue.
Yeah.
So it's like,
Support
yeah,
immediately.
like, yeah, live support. Because if you go in there and be like, yeah, they don't know, like, without anybody else being there, they don't know. And I also like that where you say, hey, go on cruise control, but
Nowadays,
if
you're
you're going down, let's just say, everybody's going 90, you don't feel comfortable at 90, it's like, hey, slow down to 85. And then, coast.
Drive behind them, hope you're from, you're like, you can get next to me, no, it's like,
Right. Yeah.
and important.
Please do not, top 15 miles.
Yeah.
Well, I heard that because they like weren't in a crosswalk or like wasn't necessarily autonomous cars fault, but it did happen. It wasn't just the auto.
How would it handle those?
We don't want to know, like, we just want to give somebody.
It's gonna be a
I'm gonna write up.
I want it.
There's no period, there's no nothing, it's like, it's just one session. Change the word to something else.
Yeah. Would you like your seat adjusted? It's like, no, I will tell you if I want. Yeah.
You really want that? All right.
I wrote that with double. Yeah.
I know.
Silent feature.
I was like, I don't know what's even right.
Can you do that on like an Alexa or something like that? No, like Alexa, don't listen. I don't have one of them, but I don't know.
They're like,
I
how
like
are you pulling on? I love that idea.
Yeah, so someone was in the car.
Right off the window.
Even if it's not a self-driving car.
I like this.
You're outside the car and goes, hey.
Road rage, my God.
Just want to do this right.
I feel like it only becomes more safe when more of them are on the road. Because then you got machine talking to machine, not machine trying to understand human. And it's like, well, if you go machine to machine, they can communicate, okay, they're speeding up, I'm speeding up, or like, you take the human element out of it. It's, I mean, to have that mix is going to be very difficult.
We're gonna be on wheels, and eventually they'll fly in the sky. We got some time.
It's actually big time on AI.
I don't think you would ask the digital assistant.
On the Jetsons, they used to have.
Oh, this is how the digital assistant. Find me a different route.
All this stuff.
Oh, integrated translator.
It's the only way it's going to work, having those systems interconnected.
So like air traffic.
I'm gonna go around and take photos again. Charlotte, do you wanna leave some questions?
Yeah.
Thank
All right,
Yeah,
thank you so much.
Yeah, of course.
So I did see a lot of great ideas here, and I have a couple of follow-ups based off what I saw here. So let's start with this table. You had something like make ride more personal. So in what sense did you think about making it more personal?
Well, I mean, if the ride share, let's say, you use an app like Uber and stuff like that, right? So you have an app link integration. So the app is already set up to go, hey, this guy likes to use this music program, like say Pandora or Spotify, and then it's already going to pull your preferences across, and it's going to basically create like a tether between your phone and the car to stream all the services. Because we were also thinking about the privacy issues too. So obviously, I'd rather it stream from my phone than use, dump my account to the car to listen to all the music and stuff like that. So then also, because it's linking through my app on the phone, you have more control over, what if you want to show calendar events, etc. If you want more information out there or less information, based on whatever the app link is letting you do.
All right. Okay. Thank you. And then this table had something called activate some kind of freshness. So
Yeah, so a lot of cars ends up smelling after a while because no one opens the windows or no one freshens it up. So if there's some kind of yeah, like that's a lot. So they just have like some kind of air freshener every once in a while. If something we can activate in the car, let's make it smell a little bit better. Just circulation.
okay. All right.
Activate the new car smell.
Activate the new car smell. Yeah.
All right. And then I saw a scenic route here or here. No,
It was here.
it was here. Yeah, scenic route.
Oh, right. Yeah, I don't want to look at potholes.
We were just basically saying the
Trees,
ability to customize what route the
Yeah, what
vehicle
route.
Takes.
So if you want to take the scenic route, if you know a better back road,
Okay.
your ability to sort of dictate which way the car takes.
Customize the route. Okay. All right. So you want to plan the route, if I understand correctly, like which route I want to take.
Yeah.
All right. And then app integration. Which tables in that? I forgot. Yeah, app integration. Yeah. So it was the same thing, pretty much the same thing. Okay. And you had allowed to direct to newest minute clinic. What was that?
Let's say you're feeling sick. You just got off the plane and before you go to your destination, you're feeling sick. Hey, I want to stop at a immediate care clinic.
Okay.
Get checked out real quick.
All right. And you had a live verbal support, like immediately. So what was that?
Sorry, what was it?
What was the
The
question?
live verbal support immediately.
So we just wanted to add that we always have like 911 feature,
Okay.
or just be able to talk to whoever is actually overlooking that car ride.
Okay. So if there's an emergency situations.
Yes.
Or it adds to the freshness thing too. If it's late night and people are getting picked up out of city and someone happens to have too much to drink, no one's in there to clean that up or stop driving. So to be able to report back to somebody who hasn't been in the vehicle to say, this car either needs maintenance or this car needs to be cleaned.
Get into a car that somebody smoked.
The brains really work.
Switch the ride.
Show up.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much. Okay, so now we will do the same thing again. We will count the numbers and reshuffle for the third one. Okay, so we'll start with this table. So
I was gonna say you'll never have three.
Like it's still one.
4.
1. Oh, 5.
And now start with one.
1,
3,
4,
5.
1, 2,
3. 4.
I'll be 5 then.
Yeah.
1.
2.
3.
4.
okay. So now all the ones here, 2s, 3s, 4s, and 5.
Enjoy.
All right,
It's been a pleasure. How are you?
Worked out good.
Yes. He was wondering where the.
Get in close. I don't want to get up.
This is the same question, right?
Welcome.
That's fine.
Kinda, yeah.
I don't see any difference.
But then audio is
That's right.
Yeah.
I read it over.
So I'll read this question out loud. You're riding in a self-driving ride share like uber cool. So this time there are definitely, it's not just you, right?
And you have strangers with you.
Yeah. What can the digital assistant do and what should it not
No, I
do
thought the
to
same.
make you feel comfortable?
check receipt for the
Sharing of personal information. Absolutely.
All right.
Yeah, security feature. I said it for the last one, the panic button.
There you go.
You know, somebody's making you uncomfortable, but if you're not comfortable.
But if there's no driver, who's gonna stop you? You know, I mean, it's gonna be like smoke alarm.
Who would be the next person coming in? Yeah.
Not here, not.
There should be someone that.
I put, let me be armed with 2 cans, containers of Febreze.
Oh, that's good. What's that personal info?
But how do you know when the car stops? It's not just the main person getting in. How do you confirm? But if they say like, hey, welcome,
I guess override.
it's like, all right, perfect. Now Ken is in. You know what I mean? So that, I mean, I agree. It's not like, hey, welcome to the car, and we live here, and here's your social security number, like, you know? Yeah. It's like, whoa, how about
You know, first is those distance.
How would it control, like, if there's a lot of noise or loud voices from the other people? Does it, can there be like a?
Which one? Which one are we?
Right, sitting there, right. Especially if they drop her off.
Do rider greeting? I mean, I would want that. I'm with you on that. It's like, hey, if I'm gonna pick up somebody, that's part of the yeah. But then on the same spectrum too, I would want to have, I guess, for lack of a better term, a panic button. Like, this isn't going well, or this person is extremely weird or violent or something, like panic button or slash like 911. I don't know, but one of those would be.
I put it on the other one.
Speaking of that, because when I'm in an elevator and people just keep piling in, I'm like,
Yeah, but
it is
the
the capacity. You know?
The car is only before.
Right, you need climate control then because it gets warmer with a lot of people. Not
Well, I
want to
wouldn't
write
mind
it.
if it was.
I put, and the other one too is George Jetson really has been. His days are gone.
Or my estimated time of arrival. So I want to make sure that, and it'll give you the window. I understand that, but it's like, oh, hey, you're heading this way, and we're just going to briefly come back this way to go right back. And it's so like change of destination or route arrival.
So mindset keeps changing.
Something along those lines. So I wouldn't know, like, oh, we're picking this person up, and now I'm adding 20 minutes to my turn, like my trip. I wouldn't want
You're also including
prolonged arrival,
Like pepper spray kind
to
of
pick up or something like
They're
that.
like, we're both in the same area and we both like.
Is it comfortable seating? I mean, I hate when I go in a restaurant and I ask
To me,
for
it just seems like, how do you
most of these drivers
or in an elevating sort of, you know,
they're like
it's like you got 2 people that almost like we're really close and we don't want to talk. But it's something where like, you know how on Alex says, like, oh, you're going to pick up like Paul, and Paul is missing from the conversation. Could you make a little small vial that says like, here are 2 of my likes? Because then it's like, hey, welcome to the car. Like, hey, I heard, you know, like that table was like, everybody likes a cupcake. How about that
the
game?
other problem is
So like, maybe just a quick blurb that says, at least then you got something to work off of as opposed to talking about the weather every trip or something. You know what I mean? There's nothing wrong with it.
Danger.
Even if you are.
Did we get that with unruly passenger? I put that in the other one because you're with someone. You know, what do they do if someone gets unruly, loud, whatever?
Yeah, because then that would make us.
Panic button. That's what
Oh, that's
Yeah. And like, so, but then also like preferences, like your own preferences or something like that. So somebody gets in there and they're like, hey, I have a conference call or something, or like, hey, I'm listening to this awesome podcast, or I'm really into this new album. It's like,
Just in general, I think that.
other problem is also maybe we gotta figure out
I feel
also.
like you would have to set all that stuff.
Emergency
Yeah.
even train with is also.
Yeah, so
I mean, that works. I don't want to passenger side.
how are we doing on
Back
like
has.
relating to should not? We have a couple of
The other one too, you can also do, On Netflix is that, check, are you still there after you're watching?
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Same thing with them. What if the two guys leave the same drop off?
What else? What else did we not?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Then you don't have to go to that stop.
Well, no, it's also important.
It's
Say he got off of not
Right,
right.
stop, right.
Just play music.
Down the side.
I mean, I guess it would kind of go.
That's a difficult, even in our
Because obviously you would hard to report, hey, this guy got off on the wrong stop.
I agree. Hey, listen, you can pick up they're picking up a max of
Right.
no more than 2 pickups or something like that.
Exactly. Then that's what the car can notify, saying, hey, this
Because
person.
I agree. It's like, oh, I'm going, you got off down, Main Street.
Last stop we were at was this.
6 people need a ride. I'm not doing that.
We asked in the other group, do they get to do tip?
Yeah.
No,
You don't have to now, but they give you an option.
Yeah, no, but I mean,
But
regardless
if
of
it's
the
an
car is
autonomous-
self-driving,
Yeah, if
so
it's
there's no need
self-driving,
for.
then
Oh, yeah,
tip,
you
right.
yeah.
They'll make you feel guilty saying it's for the upkeep of the car, maintenance, everything.
Oh, they're gonna say, well, it's a more experience.
Right, it's gonna have to tell you.
Normally,
I would be too. It's like, hey, welcome aboard. Let me put down this chair for you, and then you sit in the trunk.
All my friends are doing the same thing.
They are now.
Pick me up, then pick this person up, then pick like.
I'm not
you
sure.
know,
Like general,
Would
just
almost
say
need to know, like,
the
they would have like a
might do it on a
sensor
heaven with,
that says like, hey,
this
this
might not be
for 5.
but you're already in the car.
That's the
thing, you are writing in like you're already. So now you can't say, I don't know.
Yeah, because the.
Priority. It's like a passenger total, like passenger load.
Priority, I'm gonna do slash options.
How many minutes left?
Probably of the same thing.
Yeah, so what will happen is we update.
That would be
Your decision before is gonna say, here's the car that's coming.
I'm gonna pay you, so I
Because
go
this
first.
isn't already in the car. So what do you want me to say?
Yeah, it is. That's
Do
like,
first,
you wouldn't think of it, you're like, alright.
Then I
It's
say,
in
hey,
their bill.
I need some of the bill.
Alright, now one of the other things.
I like the
I think
award,
it's tough
like
is, like,
decide
if
if
someone tries to play
Blocks, you're like, okay, you know what, I changed my mind, get me out of here.
So if one person prefers, like, oh,
I
it's
get
too
your
cold,
first,
it's
is,
like
yeah,
that.
you're covering his bills, and that's fine.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I wouldn't want individual preferences there, you know what I mean? It's like, either that's a group decision,
Depending
or it's
Say no,
oh,
not
you try and
kind of a hurry.
make it colder over
Yeah.
here.
You're gonna say, if you say no, I have to be there, then it's gonna ask the other guy, depending how many people.
Well, yeah.
You're the first guy in the
Yeah.
pool, you're picking
Yeah.
priority.
Today.
I just don't know how you do it.
There's two
You're being held no, okay, your bill will be covered 50 to 100%.
So is this self-driving? Is
We have to write
it
that
just
down.
like
Yeah.
here, or is it someone at the station that is talking
I jumped
to?
on a
You know what I'm
Cumberland.
saying? That's taking these commands.
What else you got here?
Is this clear?
Oh, I think that happened right now.
Your phone.
It could be, yeah, it'll all
Okay,
be,
where
That's
You
scary.
did with a couple.
yeah, it is. The whole
Not
world
really.
is
Yeah, tell me about it.
fly high in the sky through traffic. I mean,
So
it's
you got,
Yeah, they can go down
So,
I won't be having any cars.
Nope, you will never get there because we're trying to get
So,
no problems.
if you wanted, yeah.
That's good. I like
In order to
that.
fix the gas problem, you have to fix the infrastructure. In order to fix the
what
infrastructure,
about,
you have to fix the
we kind of talked about everything, like,
I worked
Yeah.
downtown in the 80s when they had that huge, I thought downtown was gone.
Yeah.
Everything collapsed.
Yeah, exactly.
I was
I was born in the 80s, so there's no way
Oh,
I
my
remember that.
Oh my God, it was terrible. I mean, underneath it's terrible. Where we live too, the big project when they gas pipes out, made them plastic, and now the sewer run of it. You know,
All right, time's up.
decrepit everywhere. That's a good one.
All
Flying.
right. So while Jenny
And
is
one
taking
more.
the pictures, I have a couple of questions here. So table 4, you had prolonged arrival due to pickups. Could you elaborate a little bit more?
I mean, well, sometimes when you get an Uber pool and you pick up 3 or 4 people, next thing you know, you're at your destination about 15, 20 minutes after the fact. So we just came up with one too. If you want to, like, we kind of came up from it with that was throw in an extra $2 or something to say, hey, I'd like to jump up to the top of the line. That will let you get maybe an accelerated route or, like, I don't know, an express route or something. So.
All right. And then you had the second one, which is the new rider greeting. So what does that mean?
What was
The new rider. It was more so like if she's in the car already and they're coming to pick me up, they can show her what I look like.
Okay.
So that she'll know who to expect.
I see. So the assistant can inform you like, hey, like we're picking up Danette, yeah.
Right.
All right. And then just the information.
Not personal information.
Yeah, just strictly, just like name, social security number, just. But no, we thought. I mean, we actually thought though, if you could put like an image, and then maybe on Uber or something, you can put like one or two.
Right.
Hey, here are my likes, because then it kind of removes the elevator effect of I really don't want to talk to this person, or I'm just doing what I can to not.
I see.
Right. And then that'll eliminate her. It'll make her feel safer.
Comfortable,
I
yeah.
was the one that got in the car.
All right. So from your side, now that you are also entering and there's already a passenger, so
We have
I guess,
that
like, you can get it on
recording,
your
so, like know the existing passengers on the car as well. So you already go in, you know that this car has
A passenger already.
so it's like a two-way greeting, which you know.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's in the car, you open, no one's.
Because you get in there and
Get in the outside, yeah.
Right.
classic.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then table 3 had intelligent translator. So
Integrated translator. Let's say
integrated.
integrated.
Okay, integrated. Okay, so what does that?
Let's say you come in, you fly into Germany,
Okay.
and I don't speak German, so I want to know where the best food is.
Okay.
Or I'm talking to, or there's 2 other passengers that do speak German that don't speak Spanish.
Hmm.
And they want to be nice and welcoming, and they could talk to me in Spanish.
Okay. So you want the assistant to be able to help you with the translations
Exactly, yes.
and stuff? Okay.
Great. Good idea.
All right. And then
Yes.
table 1 had a video dash
Translation,
cam.
they hate you. Right.
We were just thinking that, if we had some strange person in the vehicle that we weren't comfortable with, or that created an issue in the vehicle before the vehicle jumped out, like maybe grab your wallet, your purse, and then jumped out, a way to track all that and be seen, for a safety issue.
So you want a camera inside which can.
Yeah.
Okay. And
Don't need that.
table 2, you guys had something called voice noise control of people.
Well, what do you do, right, if someone's too loud or, just being a pain in the butt? How do they handle that? How can you handle it nicely?
Yeah, so I guess the thing will be if the vehicle had like a notification system saying, hey, your voice volume is too loud for the
Right.
drive share. We'll notify the person directly because you can be on speakers now.
Shot cop.
Yeah.
Right. And then you had neutral preferences. So what was that?
So one of the things we said is when you have so many different people in the car, you don't know who wants the windows down or up or music loud or softer. So keep it at a neutral for everything, unless you specifically put in the app like, oh, I don't mind sharing with other people who are going to the party and are all, want to be social right now. And also to be able to not share personal addresses. So to drop us off at a corner rather than in front of our house. So that the other people in the car don't actually see where we live, because that could be creepy. All
right. Thank you so much. So this is our last question for today. And now again we go to the same thing. Okay, shuffling. This time let's start with this table. Okay, 1, 2,
3,
4.
Okay. 5. Okay, 1,
2,
3,
4,
5.
5.
Okay, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Okay.
1,
2,
3,
Okay, shuffle.
Later.
Where's the three go?
You're one over.
Oh, thank you.
Hi, two.
Howdy.
Yes, two.
Yes.
Yes.
This is 5.
I know the microphone number is
3.
throwing people off.
That was my secret.
You would think, yeah.
17-3.
All right. So now this question is, how would you like the digital assistant to be helpful to you during the ride? So I saw a lot of ideas you guys had around music and navigation and all of those. So keeping them aside, what are the other things the digital assistant can do to be helpful to you guys? Outside of navigation, yeah, in addition to what you have thought about, outside of navigation, music, preferences, and other things, what are the other ways the assistant can be helpful to you?
I feel like you just answered.
I'm gonna say local.
All right. And the time starts now.
But
What else do we have?
psychological tests, they ask you the same question 3 different ways. And that's why they're just looking to see if the answers
Or they like they'll say everything else.
Okay, so,
Local tests are, hey, you're going to Chicago, there's whatever is going on this weekend, this is this, and obviously you want to
What else? Stress.
God, it's hard. What else?
This is a long drive. So far, most of our ride shares are under an hour, under a half hour.
These are outside like personal preferences and stuff like that. So this is stuff like
It just says.
Either way.
do I want to detour? Do I want to maybe
We're
switch
supposed to figure out what will
this stuff?
Well, I guess if you're traveling like on a vacation, what the
Time and
weather is
distance
for
to-
like
to,
the next week or
to
something like
stop.
that. Yeah. Talk to us. I mean, not so much if you're coming home like from the bar or something. But
Yeah,
if
I mean, I wrote this
you're
already,
someplace.
but
Let's look at this. Let's look at this
I
as
mean, I
we're
can just
visiting
repeat
somewhere
what
because
you
obviously we
said.
can't look at this as we
How about just giving us mileage and time updates for the ride?
so updating.
Ride updates, ride updates.
So obviously,
Trying to think like features that you use like other apps for. So like, are you talking as
Cabs now.
We already said
hey,
it
you can
just
tell
before we
you,
talked
can you see the
about
group or can you
mechanical.
parts of the group?
Yeah, let's do weather updates.
Oh, I didn't know
No, that's important because my son was coming back from.
what do you want? What do you like? What you
That's all the pilots.
It's like when you get dropped
My
off.
son was coming back from Tennessee last night and then he was looking at the.
Just during your ride,
Just
not.
going-
Oh, there are options. It's good. Like, people in Chicago, they say, oh, you know, let's take
Yeah,
Yeah,
like,
like,
driving around the house and make sure the sump pump and everything.
No, I don't usually
know.
do it.
Oh, we definitely got flooded last night
You did? What town?
in Chicago.
Just the lower level?
Events.
Want to write that down or?
Tells you if there's quicker routes.
Maybe write down.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they have these giant pumps, and even some of the suburbs will do it too. If you have a really bad, it's just a few homes, not every home, call them up, they come in with these giant.
So the tour options.
Would it be, would
I
it,
mean, they have those
Thank you for that info.
would it be able to stop somewhere if you
I'm like,
gotta go to the bathroom? Like,
Yeah.
So what is this? ST2?
5-step tour.
I can't find.
Five?
I mean, like, be like,
If I say, okay.
Yeah, because everyone's
Pump all this out.
knowing
So,
the weather.
If you're coming from the airport, yeah.
you know, here's some things going on.
Traffic update, you know, maybe.
Yeah, I wrote
We said
traffic.
time and time update.
Choice of venue. Well, I think we're not
Yeah.
going to go right, but
Yeah.
anything when we think is important outside of navigation.
Yeah, they have.
Obviously, you want to pause the ride so no one can steal the car when you're driving. Stop.
Anyway.
At a great destination.
That's it.
How about wake me up if I fall asleep?
Yeah,
That's a good one.
Or I pass out. Wake me up if I fall asleep or pass out.
This is right during the ride.
Flight information.
I mean,
Free every other
I check in if you're running late.
you know,
Oh, a lot of people already
maybe not like what's
check in automatically, but I mean sometimes
Usually the driver.
I
Late night at Chicago theaters.
Think about this. It's the same concept like you're looking at.
I guess you could almost.
Maybe I'll work with the same time that you're not really doing it because it's like the low man total pool. Like not everyone wants to work short jobs.
All right, so that's probably
Hard to
something.
find, it was hard to find stuff for this. But I think
Along the route is, you know, Burger King, Kentucky, this may be more of like.
Yes.
Day off. Yeah, day off. Today's event.
That was this night,
I thought that was a neat idea.
Because every time I get in a cab in another country, I'm like, what's going on? They don't know where I'm going. I don't know where I'm going.
Well, yeah, it was
I don't go to other countries, but like local Spanish is saying.
All right. So time's up.
People will also try and take
Like
that
zip
from
code
you.
controls.
Okay.
So you're American.
So you had choice of venue as well.
I know how to get home. This ain't the way to do it.
I know
They did that to me a couple times.
Have you ever gone to?
Okay,
Okay, so you had choice of venue as one of the options. So could you elaborate a little bit more?
You're going to a friend's house so they can say, hey, this is a great place to eat over here. Like they were saying, liquor stores over here, shopping over here, whatever, in that area, wherever you're at.
Or if you're out of town, it says, you say, hey, I want to find a bar that has country music.
4 o'clock.
So it can tell you who has live country music in the area.
Or a sports event.
So mostly in a new city. All right. Okay. And then you had the 5 cent tour. Could you elaborate that a little bit?
Yeah, like we were looking at it like as a if we're going somewhere like say for a vacation, whatever. If they have like an option saying give me a 5 cent tour of like the city that you're in, and they just say okay the fare is going to be whatever money, and it's just going to drive you to all these random places that the city is known for and stuff like that. Something to change up the ride because obviously everyone's going to have different opinions. Where this was kind of more of like no, these are important event, places, etc. And it's nice to have that other option, just kind of give a little background on the city before you, actually, go into it.
All right. Okay. Thank you so much. So a couple of additional follow-up questions. So this is open to all table, and I want you guys to talk as much as you can about this. So in what situations would you feel comfortable talking to the digital assistant in a ride and share? So I think you guys had something about the assistant should not talk to me all the time or some setting, something like that, right? So in what situations would you feel comfortable talking to the digital assistant in a ride and share scenario? It could be you are a single rider or a pooled rider. So in both situations.
I don't really need it, but we just kind of mentioned earlier just to don't talk to us unless we ask for it or unless we initiate it. So otherwise, like if we don't need anything, then there's no reason for you to keep checking on us.
Unless you're too loud.
Well, if it's just like, yeah, you know what I mean, yeah.
So, but then coming back to your point where, if a stranger is there, so would you want to be alerted like, hey, there's a pool rider only if you ask or?
We just had an option for a silent mode. If we can always ask a question.
Yeah.
Okay.
Option for silence.
Okay.
Yeah, just whatever you opt for at the very beginning. Mm-hmm.
other opinions on this?
Yeah, I mean,
would say.
I guess for me it would be if I'm in the car solo, I have no problem with the digital assistant whatsoever, even if it's small talk or silent mode, whatever the story is. But I guess in pool mode, I would have a problem with it because then, it's not personal information going back and forth. It's personal to public information. And so I would feel uneasy, like the rider next to me hearing what I'm saying. And it's supposed to be, directly, between me recording something for like in my calendar event or something like that. They don't need to know that.
All right. This table, anything?
Any others?
No? Any other table?
Do what Andrew and Tanya. Do what Andrew and Tanya said. Are you largely in agreement with that or do you feel differently?
I'm in agreement.
You don't want that, they're talking, you should have a silent mode.
Well, we did have something last week. Like, you know how Netflix does like that check, are you still there type scenario?
Right.
I kind of said the same thing because sometimes if the person sleeps in the car or whatever, or let's say you're a pool share and the guy in the car with you gets off on your stop rather than staying for his stop, there should be a card check with a camera saying, hey, there's no passenger in here. I did a verbal confirmation. There's nobody in the car. This guy got off on the wrong stop, so it can notify right away saying, hey, if something were to happen, this guy got off on the wrong stop, yada, yada, yada. Or there could be a follow-up saying, hey, contact that guy on his phone to follow up, where is he? Why did he get off on the wrong stop? Do you still need a ride? That kind of stuff makes sense to do because if you don't have those checks in places, who knows what might come up, because now it's like if you have the driver in there, he's in charge. Hey, you're on the wrong stop. You're stay in the car still. Whereas, car, self-driving, they don't have that extra security that's not there anymore.
All right.
I think they should have something. I think they should have something for emergencies, like something that can pick up people breathing. Because if someone has a heart attack, or seriously, if someone's in the car by themselves and they have a heart attack, the car's not going to know. They're just going to stop as they're riding, keep going. That person can still be in that car. So it should be some way to react, a panic button that, hey, this person's not breathing or whatever.
Just a 911 call.
Yeah, and also, how would the car know if it was an Uber pool, it was 4 of us in the car, and I leave my phone in the car, and then he gets out, or I asked to get out before, but it knew it in a regular order, but we went out of order, how would it know to come back to where the phone is supposed to be? If I did not know that I left the phone in the car.
And if you're riding solo and you had a heart attack or something, you can't dial 911. There should be something where a car goes
Figure that out.
Okay. And the last question for today is, in what ways would you expect the digital assistant to keep you informed about situations? So you spoke about new passenger or stranger danger kind of thing and things like that. So in what ways would you expect the digital assistant to keep you informed about the situation? Someone also said which route am I taking and things like that, right? Or storms ahead, or construction or something. So how do you want to get that information? Is it through voice, or is it through a touch screen or something else?
Touch voice. So I want touch screen.
Yeah.
But it may depend if you're in a pool.
Could be both.
If you're in an Uber pool, maybe you might
deaf.
want, a touch screen or even something on your phone. Where
Your phone,
where you're
but
doing
also have
communication.
the touch screens and the headrests.
It should be for everything, because if someone has a disability, they'll need to know as well. Right?
I say voice, because what if you're asleep? You're not looking at your phone. You're not, everyone's going to hear voice. It's going to get your attention. It's a problem.
I just thought of something that I've never put anything in the trunk of an Uber, but let's say you did. You've got to make sure that there's a time frame where it knows to sit, to open your trunk so you can get out what you have. Be able to communicate. So it doesn't
remind
take
you that you
long.
have something in the trunk.
Yeah, that helps too.
What about the option to sit at the back seat or the front seat? Maybe, for example, I was on crutches, and some of the cars, it's hard to sit at the back. You need the extra legroom with the crutches. So at the front, is that an option that you can pick? Hey, I need the extra legroom for my crutches or something. So that's
Should
an
be like
option.
a filter.
Yeah,
It could be on the ride app filter.
Yeah.
Van.
Is it even an option to get in the driver's seat?
Yeah.
In the passenger seat.
The driver's seat.
The
It's
driver-
empty.
it's empty now.
I don't want to sit there.
No, then you feel like you're driving.
Right, I'm good.
Yeah.
Drive me around.
All right. Okay, so this concludes the brainstorming session. Thank you so much for your time. We had great insights from you. So thank you so much.
Thank you. Appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Did we steal someone's notepad over here?